everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mambalut's Math Tutorial. Today we will be discussing the remainder, factor, and rational root theorem. What is a remainder theorem? If a polynomial p of x is divided by x minus c, then the remainder denoted by r is p of c. That is, r is equal to p of c. This just simply means that whatever c there in your divisor will be substituted to the variable x in your polynomial. For example, find the remainder if 5x cubed minus 7x plus 2 is divided by x minus 1. So in here, our p of x is 5x cubed minus 7x plus 2. Since we are dividing this by x minus 1 and we were following the x minus c format, so our c here is equal to 1. So we will be solving for p of 1, which means that x will be substituted by 1. So that becomes now 5 times 1 cubed minus 7 times 1 plus 2. So all the variable x there in our polynomial are substituted by 1. Now we are ready to evaluate. So that becomes now 1 cubed is equal to still 1. Then 7 times 1 is equal to 7. Then we just copied plus 2. So 5 times 1, of course, that is equal to 5. Then copy the rest. And 5 minus 7 plus 2 is actually equal to 0. So 0 here is the remainder when this polynomial is divided by x minus 1. So the remainder theorem actually tells us that we can actually compute the remainder without actually dividing our polynomials. That is, if we are only concerned of the remainder. Let's have another example. Example 2. Find the remainder if x to the fourth minus 2x cubed plus 5x minus 4 is divided by x plus 2. So our p of x here is x to the fourth minus 2x cubed plus 5x minus 4. Now, what is our c here? Since our divisor is x plus 2, and we have an x minus c format, so we will convert that one into x minus negative 2. So our c here is equal to negative 2. So we will be solving for p of negative 2. So that becomes now negative 2 to the fourth minus 2 times negative 2 cubed plus 5 times negative 2 minus 4. So evaluating further, we have now negative 2 to the fourth is equal to 16 minus 2 times negative 2 cubed is equal to negative 8. And then 5 times negative 2 is equal to negative 10 and minus 4. So we have there 16. Then negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 16. Then minus 10 minus 4. So evaluating 16 plus 16 minus 10 minus 4 is equal to 18. So 18 now here is our remainder. Now, what is a factor theorem? If a polynomial p of x is divided by x minus c and the remainder p of c is equal to 0, then x minus c is a factor of p of x. So the factor theorem is actually connected to the remainder theorem. So this just means that if we compute p of c, which is the remainder, and the result is 0, then automatically the divisor x minus c is a factor of p of x. And if it is not 0, then it is not a factor of p of x. So let's have an example. Going back to example 1, we had computed there that the remainder is 0. Therefore, x minus 1 is a factor of the p of x, which is 5x cubed minus 7x plus 2. And then if we go back to example 2, the remainder there is 18, which is not 0. So therefore, your x plus 2 is not a factor of your p of x, which is x to the fourth minus 2x cubed plus 5x minus 4. Now let's move on to the rational root theorem. Given a polynomial a sub n x to the n plus a sub n minus 1 x to the n minus 1 plus a sub n minus 2 x to the n minus 2 plus and so on until plus a sub 1x plus a sub 0, the possible rational roots are of the form p over q, where p is the set of all factors of a sub 0 and q is the set of all factors of a sub n. So what does this mean? Meaning, we can have the possible rational roots of a certain polynomial by just getting or dividing the factors of a sub 0 and a sub n. So to clarify, let's have some examples. Example number 3. Find all the possible rational roots of x to the fourth minus 2x cubed plus 5x minus 6. In this polynomial, our a sub 0 is equal to negative 6 and our a sub n is equal to 1. So, referring to the rational root theorem, we have to find their factors. So, the factors now of a sub 0, which is what we call the p, are positive and negative 1, positive and negative 2, positive and negative 3, and positive and negative 6. And the factors of a sub n, which is q, is equal to positive and negative 1. So if we divide these factors, so the result now for p over q are positive and negative 1, positive and negative 2, positive and negative 3, and positive and negative 6, since the divisor are just positive and negative 1. So these numbers now are the possible rational roots of our polynomial x to the fourth minus 2x cubed plus 5x minus 6. So we can only choose from these numbers for the roots of this polynomial. Example number 4. Find all the possible rational roots of 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 10. In this polynomial, our a sub 0 is equal to 10 and a sub n is equal to 2. So finding their factors, we have p is equal to positive and negative 1, positive and negative 2, positive and negative 5, and positive and negative 10. And the factors of a sub n are positive and negative 1 and positive and negative 2. So when we divide these factors, the result now for p divided by q are positive and negative 1, positive and negative 2, positive and negative 5, positive and negative 10, then positive and negative 1 half when we divide 1 divided by 2, and positive and negative 5 halves when we divide 5 divided by 2. So these numbers are the possible rational roots of 2x cubed minus 3x plus 10. So we will discuss in the next lesson how to use these possible rational roots in actually finding the roots of a certain polynomial. Now it's your turn to answer your modules. I hope you learned something for today. So don't forget to like and subscribe. At your service, Ma'am Balot. Thank you!